In this video, I am going to build a website using AI. Now, if you're following along with the Vibe Coding course, just know, one warning, you probably won't understand half the stuff I'm about to do. This video is not necessarily for learning, it's to give you just a brief idea of what this process looks like. And I'm gonna give you a few things right now that you can look for as I do this. So, the goal is a clean, minimal, lots of white space website where people can see Pete McPherson, see a picture of me, join my newsletter right there on the homepage. That's something I really want. The tech stack, I don't know. I'm actually about to ask ChatGPT right now because that's probably what you would do as a beginning vibe coder. So I don't know. I don't know what language or framework or anything. Tools, I will be using Cursor, which I do pay for on the lowest plan. It's $20 a month, I believe, or something. It's my go-to IDE, aka code editor. And I'm gonna be using ChatGPT as well, just the standard online chatgpt.com, this guy right here. So here's what I want you to watch for. My prompts, as the messages I send to AI, both in ChatGPT and in Cursor. Take note of that. And just for fun, if you're totally new at this, watch how I use Git and GitHub. You'll see me set it up from scratch in just a second, but pay attention to those two things. Here is my initial prompt, which I wrote out beforehand. Let's take a look at it right here. It's actually really small. I think I have the text thing. I do, right here. Okay, so let me just read this to you. I wrote this out maybe like 20 minutes ago. I want to build a simple personal portfolio website. I'm going to be using an AI LLM to do most of the code. Yes. By the way, I am going to read this entire thing to you because I think it's very important. Purpose. 2 reasons I want this site: to educate people on who I am and join my newsletter. Pages, homepage, about page, and a projects page. Style, clean, minimal, bold, lots of white space, only white, black, and one violent red color that pops. Again, note the prompts. If you're going to learn anything from this video, you can see I'm not using any technical terms here just yet. This is all just me communicating with AI, but trying to be detailed in what I want. That's important. So I did go and copy paste some fonts. By the way, I used fontshare.com just for fun. I browsed the font pairings right here. I selected one and then I just copied and pasted this stuff right into my prompt. So that's where I got that. We'll see if that works. Let's go back to my prompt here. Fonts, content, for now, just use placeholders. I'm gonna copy and paste in the second step after the website is built. I'll actually fill in the content, but for now, just give me the placeholders. Tech stack, I want you, ChatGPT, to recommend me a tech stack. I plan on using a free plan for a host, deployment, some of my first tech jargon coming in here, etc. Your task, please analyze all of this and tell me what you think. Do not provide any code at first. I'm still in the planning phase. Recommend me a really simple tech stack, framework, etc. Again, some of my tech jargon coming in here, as well as a hosting platform. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go to ChatGPT and hit enter. And we're going to see what it says to do. This is ChatGPT 5, GPT-5. It'll probably take a second or two while it's thinking for an answer. Let's go ahead and set up my computer a little bit. I am navigating to my coding projects folder, which is where I have a bunch of stuff, and we'll create a new folder for this. We're going to call this Vibe, as in the Vibe Code course, portfolio dash site. Okay, and since we are using Cursor, I'm gonna go ahead and open that folder I just created. Coding projects, all the way at the bottom, Vibe portfolio site. Open. And as you can see, it's completely blank right here. I'm going to open my AI agent, which I'll use in just a minute. Command I is the Cursor shortcut, or you could click this button right here, I think. Yep, that's it. And a quick tour of this thing while we're waiting on the answer. Here's my files and folders. Here's where I can open files, and here's my AI over here. Again, I'm gonna move very quickly into this. Let's do auto mode, not GPT-5. Let's go back to my chat here. Short answer, my pick, Astro. Never used that before, so this should be fun. Tailwind, I have used before. Okay, Tailwind. Deploy on Cloudflare pages. This actually sounds good to me because I have used Cloudflare pages before, but if that's not you should just know this is free. Genuinely free, Flask Global CDN. Cool. Ships 0.js by default. Is perfect for static, content-heavy sites. Cool. Why this stack fits your goals. I'm not going to read about this right now, but that actually sounds pretty good. Clean, minimal, bold. Grow the weekly newsletter. Okay. Hosting recommendation. Cloudflare pages. That's fine, I guess. What do you know? Newsletter capture options. No backend. Okay. tell me your ESP, and I'll suggest the cleanest embed route. Project structure, and then design system, analytics and basics. If you want even simpler, okay. What to ask your LLM for next. Create an Astro project with 3 pages. Home, about projects, a layout that includes my font share link, and something. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Please create a detailed prompt with all of that info that I can hand to the AI LLM. For now, for the newsletter, just build a simple email capture form and I'll connect it later. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is copy and paste what it's gonna give me right here, because I'm okay with that plan, by the way. It suggested free stuff. It suggested simple stuff. I've never used Astro before, so this should be fun and interesting. You are an expert web developer building okay, that's going kind of lame here, but I'm gonna copy and paste this once it's done into Cursor. By the way, I am going to create a public link to this ChatGPT conversation, so you can go look at it. I'll put it in the notes, which will be below the video. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in right now. Prompt, there's prompt. Prompt 2, or no, how about ChatGPT conversation? Cool. All right, you can go check that out. All right, so I'm going to copy this entire thing right here. Copy this thing, goals, summary. Okay, let's do all the way down here. Copy, go over to Cursor, hit paste. Okay, all right. Hit enter. All right, I'm debating on whether to keep this video you're watching right here really, really short, or actually just let you watch what the AI does, just for fun. While that is happening, I know I would need to go sign up for Cloudflare, but spoiler alert, I'm gonna cheat on this video because I already have a Cloudflare account. So I'm just gonna make sure I'm logged in, which I am, and we should be good to go. Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. It'll tell me, I guess, if not. So let's go back to Cursor and see it is asking me to run some commands. Make directory, okay, fine. Run. So, you know what, this video will be longer, but I thought it'd be cool to kind of look at this stuff. So we got setting up Astro project, added some stuff to a package.json file, some config file for Astro, Tailwind CSS. If you don't know what Tailwind CSS is, it's kind of just a way to not code CSS language. CSS is what controls the style, the formatting, the colors, font size, all that good stuff. And Tailwind just makes that a little bit easier. It's a framework for not having to do Tailwind. Pretty handy. And you just enter it in your HTML. So it CD'd into this, which is where we already were. That means current directory or change directory. It's going down here, asking for another thing. We're gonna do that. It's gonna run npm install, which is basically going to go through the packages, all these guys right here, and install everything, I believe. So that's fun. Perfect. I've successfully built a complete portfolio website. You have? Hang on, let's fire open a new terminal window here in Cursor, and I'll get it to run just a moment. Or I was actually going to do it right now. npm run build. Let's do that. Let's see what it says here. Astro. Excellent. The build completed. All right. So, wow, that was really fast. I'm also a little sketchy when it's that quickly. So, complete project structure, design system, key features, content structure, etc. Next steps. Replace placeholder, add real images to the public folder, which is right here, and then connect newsletter form, okay, deploy to Cloudflare pages using the provided instructions. There's instructions? Where are the instructions? Okay, well, let's see if it is running. Is this running? I don't see any things running. Can I do npm run dev here? Let's try this. npm run dev. Let's just see if it works. It looks like it is working. Let's go here to this URL. All right, so it's definitely ugly, that's for sure, but it's not actually that terrible. What is this? This must be Astro. That's cool. All right, so this should go to an about page. About Pete, placeholder content, projects here, podcast appearances, business consulting. Okay, so this is good. It's a little ugly, it needs some tweaking, but the basic stuff is here. So before I customize this, I wanna move through the important parts of this video. First of all, let's keep all. Just like save our work right here. Yay, good job. I'm gonna put Control C to get out of this little thing that's running right here. Clear that. And then git status. Okay, just to make sure there's not a git thing going right here. And you know what? I could do this manually or I could just use AI. Please document all of this in an agents MD file in the root directory. I'm gonna do this just so we can have like some additional context that if we change this in the future, We can have like the bare bones information on this project. We're using Astro. We have an about page. We have a projects page. Like it'll create just some additional details, some context, if you will, that we can reuse going forward. Because I want to close this and open up a new thing. And actually, I think I can already do that. Well, actually, I'm going to let it. Okay, and it's done. It created this agents.md file, which just has like a bunch of info here. We're going to hit keep all, and then we're going to fire up a new window. And really quick, I am going to ask this question. I'm going to ask, not run the agent here. I'm going to say, oh, explain how to deploy this website to Cloudflare pages. So it says first we need to work on Git, which I got interrupted doing a second ago. Connect to Cloudflare pages, log in, create a new project, select your repository, and then configure build settings, and then deploy. So we'll come back to this in just a moment. Let's actually fire open a new thing here. And we'll leave it on agent mode, and I'll say, oh, initialize, Git hasn't been set up. Please set it up for this project and make the first commit. While it's doing that, I'm going to go to Git right here. I'm already logged in. It's a free account, top repositories. I'm going to go to new. This is basically going to clone our Git and, clone all of our project here into the cloud version. So I'm going to do, it's doing this, git init, run. Okay, just making sure I don't have to do anything here. Yeah, accept. Sometimes you have to like accept every little thing they do. Sometimes you don't. Git add all. I'm going to run this. How do I like just automate that? Let it go. Go wild. You got this. Okay, well, while it's doing that. Repository name is going to be vibe. And then, what is it? Port, I can't spell. Portfolio site. I'm going to leave this as public for now. That should be pretty cool. Public, choose visibility, and create. All right. Now, push an existing repository from the command line, which is what we're going to do. We have our command line here in a terminal. This is still running here. And create a repository. No, that's what we're doing right now. Over here, we're creating a Git repo repository. Not really sure why this is taking so long. Okay, it was getting hung up. I actually just stopped it and then started it again. Let's keep running here. I checked and it wasn't really working. So I literally just clicked like the cancel button and then I just did it again. So now if I do this, blah, 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 blah. I'm not gonna read that right now. Git status. Okay, on branch master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. So I can grab this code right here. I'm gonna click that button to copy, paste it in here, and it's basically just going to push everything locally up here to the repo. If I refresh this now, it should actually be the site. There it is. Cool. What else we got? Let's deploy it right now. Let's go back to our conversation, which is the history button. Deploy. I wonder if it can actually do this for me. Let's try it. Please deploy the site to Cloudflare pages. Let's just see what happens. All right. Okay, because I have used Cloudflare before, I personally already know that there's something called the Wrangler CLI, which is Cloudflare's tool to like do this sort of stuff. It is installed, and it actually is already installed. So I'm going to cheat here. I would just do run. I'm actually just going to do skip and say like, I already have it installed. I already have Wrangler installed. Okay, so that I'm cheating because I already had that. But if I were totally new, I would just do this, whatever it said to do. So it's doing this. I just want to like add it to my allow list. There we go. Add it to my allow list for now. Okay. So it checked to make sure I was like logged in, and it is doing some other stuff. Let me create the project. It said the project doesn't exist. Let me create it. It's creating a project. I mean, if everything works correctly, I should just be able to like go check out my dashboard right here in a few moments. Actually, there it is, 17 seconds ago. Pete McPherson portfolio. This is a Cloudflare pages, workers and pages. That's where I saw that, right? Yep, there it is. And I could connect this to Git, which is what I would actually do going forward. We'll see if it does that automatically or not. Your portfolio site is now live and ready to drive newsletter signups. Okay, so let's check it out. Here's the domain production. Look at that, it's live. All right, so let's do a few things here. By the way, it's done, right? It's the scaffold. Obviously, it's not complete. So let's actually do one or two things. Join my newsletter. I'm going to cheat a little bit here. I have actually already built a Cloudflare worker. If you don't know what that is, it's totally cool. I'm going to get the URL if I can. There it is, it's right here. So I just need to send an email address to this URL. It's an API call, if you will. So I'm cheating right here. I'm cheating. So here we go. Oops. Where's my AI? There it is. Sorry. I want you to hook up the email subscription form to my provider, Cindy. I built a cloud worker that accepts an email and list ID property. Here's that URL to make the API call. So I know this is not something you would type in if you're completely new here. Actually, I don't want to do that. I just want to do that. Okay. List ID. I need to go get that from my account. Here is my my list ID, my email list here. So I'm going to grab this little thing, come back, paste it in here. List ID there. Okay. I think I should just say this. It'll find the files I need, I hope. First, figure out where the opt-in form is, and then code up the integration. Okay, I think that's it. We'll just see what happens here. Also, let's just do two things on the home page. Really quick, I'm gonna grab that image. I found it on my computer, and it said a little while ago to put it in the public folder, so that's what we're gonna do. First of all, yes, go ahead, run. Second of all, I'm gonna drag this into my, did I do that? Yes, I did. Sometimes spaces get a little funky, so I'm actually gonna rename this into Pete Speaking. How about that? Pete Speaking. Okay. All right. I don't know what these were. Agents.md. That's cool. So yes, please run all the things. All right. Integration complete. Test this out, and then we'll do the last thing by changing up the design just a little bit. 423 is already in use, so let's actually do this. It's fine. We could kill that other one. All right. Let's go all the way up the front. Easy access here. Let's try this. So let's do my personal email here. Please don't email me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hit subscribe. Thanks for subscribing. Check your email to confirm. So if I go back over to my thing here, registered personal website, there it is. I made it. I am on my own email list. So this works. That's cool. Now let's add my image. I'm wondering if that's what this area is supposed to be. No, surely not, because this is blank over here. But this goes the full width of the page. It's kind of odd. Doesn't matter. All right, let's go over here. All right, let's do a new chat here. And then let's do, I added an image in the public folder that I want to add to the home page. Let's just hit enter. Hopefully it'll do it really quick. Okay, so let's actually close down this 4322, Command C, Control C rather. Come over here. This is one. It's already running. Key feature changes made. Okay, did you do anything? Refresh, refresh. I didn't do anything. Converted the hero section to a 2-column, added this image, except it didn't, right? I'm not making this up. It's not there. Let's, okay. It doesn't seem to be working. I don't see the image anywhere on that page. Okay. Would you stop? Oh, okay, it did. It needed to be restarted or something. So there it is now. It looks a little weird though. I am going to, watch this. I'm gonna take a screenshot of, can I do the whole page? Yeah, let's do the whole page. How do I do that? Let's do a screenshot, capture window? Capture window, cool. Oh, that was well, it's not the whole page. I need a scrolling one. All right, I'm gonna capture a scrolling screenshot just to go down here. That's good enough, and then done. And I'm going to save this, go back to cursor, copy to clipboard. I'm gonna paste this into a new thing. What is this? I don't know, let's go to the new thing here, create a new tab. Let's go with the home page layout looks a bit funky. Can you fix all of this? Remember that I'm using Tailwind CSS. Please analyze the attached image. I think I could just like paste it in here. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I did. It says image. I think that worked. All right. Let's go with that. We'll just see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be that much better, but I don't like all this white space over here. And like this, and this is like way over here to the right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look great. So let's figure that out. Okay, it looks like I found a bunch of stuff here. Large gaps between sections, the red border and positioning issues, hero section balance, etc. Later on in this course, we are actually going to go into MCP servers, which could automate some of the like screenshot stuff I did. You can actually let your AI do these screenshots automatically, analyze them automatically, and then make changes. It's really cool. Playwright is, I think, the most popular tool for doing that, and you can use it for free. So we're gonna go through that in the MCP video. All right, here are the changes. It does look better, I'm not gonna lie. I would like to add more padding to the left and right in the hero section, but this is actually decent. It looks a lot better than it did. View my projects, which I'm not gonna do right now. About page, paste in some stuff there, etc. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Please redeploy to Cloudflare for these updates. Go hit enter here. I probably could have done that in a different window, but I think it's okay. All right, I'm gonna close this. And that's it, really. I'm gonna check the public URL just when this gets done, just to make sure everything's working okay. Close some of these things. You can see it's actually going through and making more Git commits for me, which is great. Deployment summary, we should be good. If I refresh this, this should not say 11 minutes, it should say like 20 seconds ago. Oh, it's not going to do that because there's no Git connection. Okay, it's actually not updating automatically. No Git connection. Refresh, it's not working. Although it is updated on GitHub. So I gotta say, Hub isn't connected to the Cloudflare pages. How do I connect that? We'll see what it says here. Interestingly enough, it's actually having me create a new project, which might be what I have to do. I actually just searched the settings for the thing it created, and there's not an option to connect it to GitHub. There is this create deployment button, which I guess I could do right here, but this isn't really what I want. Let's go back to computes workers, create application, pages, import an existing Git repository, get started. So let's connect the Vibe portfolio site. I'm already logged in to GitHub, else I would have to log in right there. Begin setup, main production branch, framework preset. Can we do Astro? I think that's it right there. npm run build. I think this is okay. Let's make sure this is all right. GitHub, authorize Cloudflare, select your repo, begin setup, npm run build, dist is the output directory, root directory leave empty, which is this. There's no env environment variables at all. Deploy, click save and deploy. So I'll have to delete the other page now, and this will probably take a few seconds. But now, whenever I save my work, I make some Git commits, and then I do Git push, it'll automatically push to GitHub, which will automatically push to pages. So this will give me a different URL. I should have done this from the start. Remember back when I did the deploy this to Cloudflare? Well, I should have, and I actually asked. I asked earlier, hey, how do I deploy to Cloudflare? I should have followed those instructions. Okay, and we're good. So if I click this, there is the site, but the image is not working. That's interesting. All right, awesome, thanks. This worked, and the site is live, but my image appears to be broken on the home page. All right, it's making a new thing here. What I could have done is gone and grabbed the Astro documentation, getting started. I might even search for like images, where to store images. I'll probably just grab this entire page, copy this and paste it. If this doesn't work right away, I'm gonna copy this and paste it into my thing here. Your image should now load properly. Okay, go ahead and make a git commit and then git push. Okay, so let's go here and refresh this. Where's the, here we go, continue to project. All right, so it's building the new one right now. Let's actually delete that other one. This is Vibe portfolio site, Pete McPherson portfolio. We will delete this. View settings, way down here. Delete, type in this. Can I paste it in? I can. Delete. Okay, cool. Fix broken image. This, it looks like it's working. So let's see if that image works. It does. And that's it. I hope this video wasn't too long for you. 2 action items for you. Number 1, comment below this video with an emoji that sums up how you feel. And if you have any thoughts or questions, ask them there. In the next video, we're going to go over your tech stack, choosing the AI tools. What do I use? Claude Code, Codex, ChatGPT, Cursor, Windsurf, VS Code, all the things. I'm going to help you make sense of it and help you choose the right tool for you. So I'll see you in the next video. Adios.